Ah! It's recording! I swear I never press record. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? I hope you're alright. I'm going to do you a Celtic cross. Um, Not on any particular situation. Whatever situation presents itself through the cards is what I will speak about. Okay, I'm not asking any particular questions initially. So it might relate to love, personal development, whatever, who knows. To a certain extent, it is for you to take the energies that I speak about and apply them to your situation, you know, in whatever way you see fit, all right? I might be talking about an energy and I might sort of have it pinned down as a job or something, and you might see it more as relating to a romantic situation, that sort of thing, all right? It is a collective reading. Collective Aquarius energy is what I'm pulling on. It can be a total trip. It does mean that not necessarily every single message that comes through is for you. The whole thing might not quite represent your story. It is just a case of you taking the bits that resonate and leaving the rest behind, okay? Just really listen to yourself. Listen to your intuition. Use your discernment, okay? Because really, the stuff that comes to me through the cards, it's really just about prompting your own thinking, okay? More than anything, rather than me dictating shit to you, alright? I'm not here to do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't like to do that, especially in a collective reading. Alright, let's get you some cards with all that being said. I think I've said what I needed to say. Okay, what's at the heart of the matter for Aquarius, please? A spark, a creative spark, something new. Ooh, that's nice. You could be about to start a new project. You know, Wands is all about your life force, your will, your creative spirit, and an Ace is kind of a new beginning relating to that area. And oh, how I am regretting not having fed these cats. I'm sorry, that's my cat Bianca, Betty. My other one's called Bianca. If you're new here, yeah, you'll get used to her. She likes to join in. She's a Taurus. Anyway, even if I do feed them before a reading, she still comes and makes trouble. Alright, what's the challenge for Aquarius? Anyway, some sort of new creative venture, new project you might be starting on. I mean, this could be a spark between you and like a romantic interest as well. The challenge is the Page of Swords. Ooh, that's nice, actually. It doesn't feel that like the most challenging challenge. I'm so sorry. She's got no dignity. Curiosity. Yes, really nice energy that you're sat in here. Pages are quite tentative to me, so and here this sword, it feels like action, so it feels like you're taking tentative action towards turning this spark into something, basically. Tentative communication, it could be between you and another person, even if it's a romantic interest. It's nice. This has got kind of new written all over it. Some of you could be embarking on a new course of study, or like I say, a new creative pursuit. Okay, what's in Aquarius's conscious mind? What's crowning the issue, please? Ooh, a reverse lovers. That's interesting. That's very interesting. A choice. The lovers is a card of choice. Just bear with me. Sorry, my son just needed to come and tell me something. You're not quite running with this Ace of Wands yet, I don't think. It's like the choice is there for you to run with this Ace of Wands, take this creative spark forward, but actually it's feeling like you've not quite made that choice yet. Or if you have made the choice, I almost feel like you're not quite fully committed to it yet somehow. It'll be interesting to get onto that. So by the way, what I do is I pull a card from one deck for each position in the Celtic Cross, get a broad overview of what's going on for you, and then I go into some of my other decks and pull clarifying cards to get more detail, more clarity, try and ask questions that I think might be useful for you, basically is how I do these readings. But this is on your mind. I feel like a choice is on your mind, apart from it's in reverse, so you're sort of trying to pretend you don't need to make a choice somehow, I think. But of course, not making a choice is making a choice in and of itself. Yeah, I am, like I said, I'm just seeing this as not quite having made the choice to fully embrace this Ace of Wands yet. It'd be interesting to know why, though. I feel there's just a bit of trepidation there, actually. And yet a lot of curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat, though, didn't it? With that Page of Swords. Because I've got to remember that Page of Swords is in your challenge position. You may be not liking... It's almost like you're not liking this feeling of curiosity, actually. This pull, the Ace of Wands, it feels like such a pull. And maybe in the past when you felt that pull, it's not ended well and you're a bit wary of that pull. Something like that. Recent past, please, for Aquarius. Recent past for Aquarius. Recent past for Aquarius. A reversed Four of Cups. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of an energy of apathy and just not being bothered about much, to be honest. Yeah, so I feel like before feeling this Ace of Wands pull, this spark, you have been through a bit of a time of just like not having that much enthusiasm towards anything. So it's sort of nice to see this Ace of Wands after this. Only what I'm feeling now is now you are feeling that pull, you're a little bit scared of it. And it's almost like this is a bit of a comfort zone for you. This sort of not feeling too much towards anything, not really emotionally investing in anything too much beyond what you feel comfortable with. But now it's like this Ace of Wands would require a bigger emotional investment than perhaps you quite feel safe and comfortable with. Something like that. Subconscious, please, for Aquarius. Thank you. That flew out, didn't it? Woo! All right. You've got some drive, though. Deep down, there is a whole load of drive, a whole load of ambition, a whole load of creative energy, a whole load of creative force. The King of Wands is like the boss of the suit of wands. You know, wands, like I said, being that creative spirit, that life force, that will, that motivation, that desire. So it's there. I mean, we knew that. We said the pull was there anyway. You know, that desire to move forward with this. You know, he's got that Ace of Wands in his hand and he's moving forward with it. Often in a way that requires a fair bit of delegation, by the way, with the King of Wands. But, you know, he's very charismatic, the King of Wands. So what's this? I'm dying to get onto this reverse Lovers for you. Because it's... I feel like you're almost talking yourself out of something here with that reverse Lovers. I don't know if it's to do with being burned in the past. Could be. Could be. Okay, recent future? What? Near future. Near future for Aquarius, please. Near future for Aquarius. The Knight of Swords. Okay, well, I like that. I like that from the Page to the Knight. You know, Page was feeling a bit tentative there. Curious, tentative, new. The Knight is like, hell yeah, let's do this thing. Well, you're gonna. With that Knight of Wands there, that makes total sense. And the Knight of Swords is a very fast energy. Quite tunneled vision sometimes, very focused. Not much of a plan B with the Knight of Swords there in your near future. Sometimes you need that energy in your life. Sometimes you do. I think it's a great way of taking that Ace of Wands forwards, actually. I like it for you. I really like it. And I like to see the progression from the page to the Knight like that. I do. It feels like it's involving a lot of communication. I'm just picking up on the blue that's running through from your past, current, future. The blue is like throat chakra. It's all about communication. Yeah, this new sort of creative spark, bringing it to life, seems to involve communication. So this could be talking to a potential like romantic interest, but it could be a new job where, you know, your role is to communicate things to other people. It feels like speaking. When communication can mean lots of things, actually. We can express ourselves, communicate ourselves in lots of ways, but this specific feels like speaking. Actually. Alright, what strengths is Aquarius bringing to this situation? What qualities is Aquarius bringing to this situation, please? What attitudes is Aquarius bringing to this situation? Oh, okay. Competitive. There's quite an air of competitiveness about you at the moment, Aquarius. You want to be the best of the best, hey? In this new role. You want to rise to the top. Well, the King of Wands is very ambitious, fair enough. That's interesting. Okay, what is this? Please comment and let me know if you feel like sharing. It's always nice to share because then other people who have watched the video can also see, you know, comments from people who are in similar situations, so that, and you can all learn from each other, and I think it's nice. I'm just drawn to the blue again on that card. It's just a real competitive feeling about this. I guess some of you could literally have entered a contest. You could literally have decided to enter a contest. But if not, it's just a general feeling of like really wanting to be really good at what you do. There is a bit of a feeling of wanting to win. Wanting to win. Interesting. Okay, let's look at your environment. I can't speak. I should be able to speak. I'm in your energy. You seem to be able to speak. Or maybe not. With all this blue. Maybe you could be so excited, actually, that sometimes you struggle to articulate yourself with whatever's going on here. This feels pretty fucking exciting, I've got to say. Not seeing a lot of cups, though. Do you feel like this is to do with your personal development and your career more than anything, really, at the moment for most of you? But we'll see. Surrounding energies, environmental energies. You may not be aware of these energies. Tell me more for Aquarius about these surrounding energies, please. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. This is really solid. This feels like a bit of a mentor, actually. In your environment, it's really nice. Someone really dependable, generous with their time, generous with their effort, generous with their knowledge, potentially even generous with their money. Someone just really supportive of you in this new venture here. Really supportive. It's lovely. I mean, could they be a business partner? They could be. They could be a business partner. They could be someone who's literally investing money in your new venture. Because sometimes with the lovers, I do get that kind of business partner feeling going on, but it's in reverse. I'm a bit wary of that energy at the moment. I'm very intrigued to dig underneath that. But you're feeling a bit wary as well, aren't you? Well, we'll see what we can get underneath it. But remember, Aquarius, you are the ones with the answers, not me. I can just give you the best read I can on the energies, but you got to translate that into your life. Alright, hopes and fears, please. I want to see 6 of Wands, I'm telling you, or a Chariot. Hopes and fears for Aquarius, please. Hopes and fears for Aquarius. Hopes and fears. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a new opportunity, a new venture. It is a pentacle. It often does relate to career. Yeah, above anything else. And like I already said, it was feeling like that anyway for a lot of you. We might see some relationship energy when we dig. Who knows? We do have a lovers out. That lovers is bugging me. I might have mentioned that a few times. Sorry to repeat myself. Hopes and fears. You're hoping that this new opportunity is solid. You know, when we see a pentacle, an ace of pentacles, it's a solid new offer. It has the potential for longevity. It has the potential to grow into a 10 of pentacles, i.e. a firm foundation, you know, a legacy. It has the potential to bring you abundance, bring you stability, bring you safety, security. I'm not saying loads and loads of money, but just a feeling of safety and security, and, you know, that can mean financial security, yes, as well. Because obviously an ace of wands, you know, it's that creative spark. It can be easy to lose that spark, actually, but this is solid. So you're hoping that kind of underneath this ace of wands there's a really solid offer, with this being in your hopes and fears position here, which totally makes sense. All right, what else for Aquarius? Where are we? The outcome. This is looking a bit more in the future than this. It's a kind of look at where these energies are taking us, but we must bear in mind everyone has free will, you and other people, okay? This is just a snapshot of where the energies are taking us right now, in this moment of time, whenever it is you found this reading, by the way, because it's timeless, tarot. We have free will. We can change outcomes. We can make a decision tomorrow that shifts the energies, you know? And of course, other people have free will. Okay, potential outcome then for Aquarius. Ooh, that's great. Do you know what? Like, this does have the feeling of kind of rising to the top in the sense of what I saw, that, you know, the energy that you were bringing to the table here with this Five of Wands. But not in a way that kind of lords it above everyone. Do you know what I mean? The Strength card is about, it is about a sort of power. It's a sort of, it's a sort of energy where you're good at assessing everybody else's strengths and weaknesses, and making a team work together really well, because you know who's good at doing what. You don't micromanage. You don't you're not dictatorial or ruthless, or, you know, any of the qualities of a bad leader. I don't know, in this energy, for some reason, that this idea of leadership is coming through. I don't really know why. I think it's the energy's bouncing off this King of Wands, I tell you. I don't know. I feel like some of you, even with just the way this whole spread is coming across, are sort of trying to make the decision about even whether to apply for a new job, or whether, yeah. And like the cards are like, yeah, you can get it. You can be in that role, like a team leader role or something. But it might be more independent and more entrepreneurial than that for a lot of you as well. But I don't know. I'm just getting like team leader from this Strength card. It's the weirdest thing. Right, let's get under this Ace of Wands. Let's get some more depth and clarity about what's happening here with these energies. But certainly if you are thinking of going for a new job or starting a new venture, it is looking really positive with regards to this being in your final outcome. Yeah. All right, tell me more about this Ace of Wands, this creative spark, this new opportunity for Aquarius. Ooh, the Hanged Man. It's been a long time coming, hey? Ten of Pentacles, it is in reverse. I think that reflects your hopes and fears, really, regarding, is it solid? Can it grow into that Ten of Pentacles, as we already discussed, really? Because a wand is a wand. A wand is, you know, a wand is, it can be a bit of a flash in the pan. It can sometimes maybe not pan out how you'd hoped, maybe not amount to as much as you'd hoped. I feel that, to be honest, with this Ten of Pentacles here, it does have that potential for longevity, to grow into something really solid, really stable. Even though it's in reverse, I am feeling that it does have that underneath it, like the energy underneath it, especially next to the Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man is a slow energy anyway. So to have that kind of underneath the fast energy of the wand, for me, it's creating a certain sort of balance in the energy that does feel like that sense of stability and longevity is available. I'm sorry. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles again. I'm not making this shit up, I tell you. There's something solid about this Ace of Wands. It's good. I really like it for you. Anything else on this Ace of Wands, please? Thank you. Oh, a Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Interesting. This card can be about a lack of resources. You see how she's making this offering. But to me, in this particular Five of Pentacles card, it looks like when she's making this offering, she doesn't have that much confidence that what she has to offer the situation is good enough. So that might be what's holding you back with this Lover's energy in reverse. This, should I make the decision to go for this? You might be feeling like what you've got to offer this situation isn't good enough somehow. And there's something about your cups here. There's something going on with your cups here, Aquarius. Because I've only got one cup card out for you in this whole spread so far. And that's the Four of Cups in reverse in your past, which is just this feeling of apathy, like I said. The reason I started talking about cups is because I do feel like, even though this is a Pentacles card, she is offering a cup. So there is something about emotional investment tied into this particular Five of Pentacles card. And just the fact that I'm not seeing any other cups in your reading, I mean, they probably will come out and we'll get a bit more, but why is there no cups on the surface here? What's going on with that? There's something here that I need to say. It's almost like is your heart in this? Is your heart in this, Aquarius? I suspect your heart kind of is in it, in as much as it's in anything. I feel like... So your cups, by the way, is your emotional energy, okay? And it is distinctly missing from this spread. Apart from here, when we see her doing this, but she's like not quite sure about it somehow. I don't know. I feel like you're a bit sort of unsure about emotionally investing in this, and I think it's to do with a fear of being hurt and possibly a fear of being abandoned with this Five of Pentacles. So some of you, it involves working with some sort of business partner. So the Lovers is coming through to me, and you're not sure if they've got the commitment to the situation that you have, or something like that. Or are you worried that you don't have the commitment to the situation that they have, and that you might be the one doing the abandoning? I don't know. There's something here about you being unsure with regards to your cup energy. What's coming from your heart space? I don't know. We'll get more on it. Page of Swords. Tentatively learning new things. Whatever this new venture is that I'm seeing sort of in the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, I think it requires you to learn quite a lot of new things, things that are new to you, things that you maybe don't know about. Maybe you don't quite know what that's going to feel like. Maybe you're unsure that when you learn these new things, they're going to feel like the type of things that you want to learn. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's why there's a lack of cups. Let's get more about this Page of Swords, please. Tell me more about this Page of Swords. A King of Cups. Rightio. Rightio. But this is in your challenge position. This is what I mean. You're not sure if you... Do you see what I mean? This King of Cups has come out to clarify the Page of Swords, which is in your challenge position. It's like... Is my heart in it? Is my heart in this? I don't know, my loves. Is it? You know, if you want me to sit here and answer that question for you, I think we've hopefully ascertained that I'm not really comfortable with doing that, and nor should I be. You are the one with the answers. Let's see what else we've got underneath this Page of Swords. Tell me more about this Page of Swords, please. Tell me more about this Page of Swords for Aquarius. A reverse Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords reverse can be very cold and detached. Oh, but I think pursuing this might even require you to be cold and detached. This new thing that you're pursuing may be... There may be... It might be quite harrowing. I'm thinking like a doctor or a paramedic or something like that. It's like, you know, you might have to deal with things that are quite harrowing. And therefore, being detached could be a challenge for you. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Ooh, Aquarius. I don't know. Oh, the Tower. Rightio. You're not messing about, are you, Aquarius? Right. That's a lot of energy to have under a teeny itty bitty page, isn't it? Whew. So there's this tentativeness about communicating towards making this happen, and yet underneath this tentativeness we have got a shitload of energy. What is that all about? Oh my goodness. Just bear with me a second. Sorry, my son's being really noisy again. Just had to shut the door. I feel like this offer is a bit of a flash in the pan offer. That's why this Tower's here. You're very curious about it. It's really piqued your interest, but it's almost like, if I don't sign up now, my opportunity is going to be gone. I think that's why you've got this Tower underneath this Page of Swords in your challenge. And you don't know either if your heart is fully invested in it, your cups are fully invested in it, or, and possibly both, I don't know, but it could be an or am I going to be able to deal with the harrowing nature of whatever this is? Because it feels like whatever this is that you're pursuing, it has the potential to bring up a lot of stuff in you. Something about hearing other people's stories. I don't know what this is. I can think of examples that match the energy, like I've said. Doctor, paramedic, counsellor, journalist even. You know, something... I mean, lots of things could fit the energy, but it feels like you might have to hear other people's stories, and they might be difficult. I mean, you could relate all this to a romantic situation as well, even, couldn't you? I don't know. You know, like hearing the other person be vulnerable, and do I have the right boundaries in place to deal with this? Am I able to detach from the emotion of this in a way that keeps me okay? Something like that. whatever it is I feel like someone wants your answer like yesterday on whether you want to do this thing. And it's almost like, if I don't say yes now, will I get this opportunity again? Let's look at this Lovers in your head. The nature of this choice, finding out more about the nature of this choice. Tell me more about this Lovers, please. In Aquarius's headspace, tell me more about this Lovers. Three of Wands reverse, not quite taking action. Not quite, yeah, not quite taking action, not making the choice. Deliberating, but also sometimes just trying to pretend like you don't have to make the choice, like the choice isn't even there. Like, let's just pretend this opportunity doesn't even exist, because if it doesn't exist, I won't ever regret not going for it. I don't know. Tell me more about this Lovers card, please. Seven of Wands. Can I say yes to this offer and still have my needs be met? Does saying yes to this offer align me with my values? A lot of Wands. A lot of Wands. Which again is telling me this choice needs to be made quickly. And not more Wands. What did I say? This is just a sense of conflict. Conflict. Oh, but also, I wonder if part of what's holding you back is, I think you're quite used to being the best. I think you're quite used to being the best at something. Maybe you're top of the class, used to being top of the class. And it's almost like, if I make this choice, well, I might not be the best. Because I'm just, this Five of Wands twice. There's something about competitiveness and competition here. Oh my God, I think I'm about to get interrupted again. I'm so sorry. You feel quite, Seven of Wands is quite defensive. There's this idea that you're being quite defensive here about potentially not being the absolute best at this. Well, that's interesting, isn't it, Aquarius? That is interesting. There's your clarifying cards for the Lovers. I do like to show people the cards wherever possible, when it's not too interruptive for me banging on. God, it's really lit. I just feel like this has really lit something underneath you. That's a polite way of putting it, isn't it? Because you're coming from an energy of apathy over here, and now this has really sparked your interest, really piqued your interest. Look at all these wands in your headspace. Yes, there's like deliberation, I'm in an R in, what am I doing? Or let's pretend I don't even have to make a decision. But underneath that, there's so much fire and passion. And it's here too. I think you're going to do the thing. Even if you do the thing and it doesn't work out, I think you know it would be a valuable experience to go down that particular path. That's the vibe I'm getting. Let's look at your past and this energy of apathy. More. Give me more about this energy of apathy, please. For Aquarius, an Eight of Cups. There's such a sense of emotional detachment here in your past. That is just emotionally detaching and walking away from something. Okay, what did you walk away from? What did Aquarius walk away from? An Empress, a reversed Empress. Tell me more. Tell me more. This could be someone who you feel was dependent on you in some way, in a way that you didn't think was healthy. You know, so I'm not talking about a child, basically, is what I'm trying to say, because, you know, our children should be dependent on us. That just makes sense. But someone who you feel was dependent on you in an unhealthy way, someone who you feel couldn't stand on their own 2 feet, you seem to have walked away from them. Or something. Tell me more. Tell me more about what Aquarius has walked away from, please. Ooh. Something that you previously thought was your calling, or a person that was tied up to what you used to think was your calling, but I don't think you see it as your calling anymore. You're not able to emotionally invest in it in the way you once did. And I wonder if that's part of your fear of making this new choice, is that, well, do I want to put all this energy into this only to decide again that actually it's not for me? But the thing is, until you walk down that path, you don't always know, do you? I'm just putting that out there as a thought. It's that, yeah, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I cannot reiterate that enough. Anyway, you don't even really need me to reiterate it because you're not stupid. I know that. It's just sometimes I take a bit too much responsibility. Enough about me. What's going on in your subconscious, Aquarius? You've got the King of Wands. Like, that is some serious drive and determination. I feel like maybe you're not quite tapping into it with it being in your subconscious there, but at the same time, it's drive. Whether you know it or not, is something's driving you here towards taking action, and we see it in your near future, a sense of taking action. Just bear with me a minute because I've got this heart monitor thing on and I have to record palpitations and I just got a bit of a one. Don't mind me. I'm fine, by the way, I'm sure, probably. We'll see what the results say. Alright, King of Wands in your subconscious. Alright, tell me more about this King of Wands for Aquarius. I love this. I love this. This drive. This drive. Ooh, a Four of Swords. A Knight of Pentacles. Steady, consistent. It's nice, actually. This all feels quite balanced, actually. Apart from the Cups. I'm still not seeing Cups in a way that... Just give me a second. One more, please. Ah, okay. Okay. There we have it. I thought that might happen. We got a little bit of Cups. We got a little bit of emotional investment here. I'm really happy to see this, actually. It's down here underneath in your sort of subconscious, you might say. Although I never feel that's exactly the quite right word for this position. But anyway, this is a nice balance. You've got one of each element here on your subconscious. I'd just like to point that out. Wands, Swords, Pentacles, Cups. Yeah, he's a bit dreamy, the Page of Cups, isn't he? And it's almost like you don't want to acknowledge that. It feels hopeful. It's almost like you don't want to acknowledge that hope. You don't want to get too invested in that hope. You're sort of detaching yourself from that hope somewhat. Maybe that's... I mean, you know, I'm not here to judge any of this as being good or bad, but I can see why that's a useful thing to do in terms of not being overly fixated or invested in a particular outcome. I can, yeah. But also, you know, it's good to enjoy that feeling of, this could be really good. This and this and this could happen if I do this, and how beautiful and wonderful that would be. You know, that's nice. And it's tempered by a lovely steadiness and consistency from the Knight of Wands. And the Four of Swords as well. You know, I think there's been a period of reflection here, a period of quiet, you know, a period of personal, private reflection. So I just think that's all really lovely, actually, all underneath an ambitious, driven King of Wands. I really, really like it for you. And with all this in your sort of subconscious, despite the conflict that we're seeing up here, I can't see you making a wrong decision. Not, you know, wrong and right. Who's to say what's wrong and right anyway? I mean, fuck it all, basically. But I actually think that's kind of the attitude you're in when you move towards it. Knight of Swords. It feels a bit fool energy. But really, I do think it's essentially coming from a pretty balanced place. It's just that it's quite sort of instinctive almost, and you're not even... I don't know, I feel like it's one of those things where logically you're going to be deliberating it, you might even be writing pros and cons lists, you're going to be possibly throwing quite a lot of swords at it, like logical energy, and then in the end, you're just going to make the decision, you know, possibly unbeknownst to you, even though you've thrown all these swords at it, you end up just making the decision based on this, what's in your subconscious. And all this is quite balanced and beautiful, so it's all good if you ask me. Let's look at this Knight of Swords then. What's going on here in your near future? I don't quite know, but I like it for you, put it that way. I like this whole spread for you, actually. It's all just lovely. I'm pumped for you, Aquarius. Okay, near future for Aquarius, please. Oh, what did I tell you? Balance. This, I told you all of this felt balanced. And then we've got Temperance in your near future. That's just actually gorgeous energy. It's balanced, but you know, then it is underneath the Knight of Swords, which is that fast, direct action. But it's almost like when you're doing this, you might not feel very balanced. You might feel like you're taking a bit of a crazy leap of faith. But actually, it feels to me like what's underneath it is really balanced. Like, oh, look at that. 2 5s, the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. That's the third time we've seen this 5 of Swords. 5 of Wands, I'm sorry. I mean, 5s are cards of change, so, you know, obviously this new beginning is a change for you. What was I saying? Yeah, Knight of Swords, driven, motivated, focused. You might feel like you're being a bit, like, overly determined almost, but actually it all feels really balanced and beautiful. I like it, I like it, I like it. Tell me more about this Knight of Swords, please. I told you, did I not tell you? It feels like Fool energy. I called it. Now it's in reverse. That's what I mean about it almost feeling a bit reckless. I don't think it is. I think you're worried about that. Maybe you've never quite acted like this before, because it feels very fire energy. And you know, you're a air sign. You're used to doing things from a position of swords. And that is the surface energy. You believe yourself to have made a logical decision to go forward with this. Well, how much of the time do humans really make logical decisions? I don't know. And that's not a criticism either way. You know, I think our decisions, mostly as humans, are way more subconscious than we even realise. But, you know, on the surface, that's how you're feeling comfortable with it, in a way, is that you've applied swords to it. Even though you're worried you're being reckless. Oh, but you're not. I'm repeating myself now, but it's also beautiful. There's that Page of Cups again. I won't take it because it didn't fall. But, yeah, you're thinking like, God, am I following a pipe dream here? Well, maybe, but you're going to have fun along the way, Aquarius. Maybe you're following a pipe dream, but you are going to have fun along the way. I'm going to call that, I'm going to title your video that. I'll forget that though, I know I will. Ooh! A Knight of Wands in reverse. I think you're not used to dealing with so much fire and passion in your life. I think that this has taken you by surprise. This opportunity, this has taken you by surprise. And you think you don't know how to deal with it, this much fire and passion, but you do. You do. You do. There's a very alchemical feeling about this Temperance card. You've got this fire, then you've also got the water, and it's like they should counter each other, right? The water should put the fire out, only magically that's not what happens. And it's like this beautiful new thing is born. I know what I mean. I just really like this for you. You know, it looks like you're going to make the decision to do the thing, and you almost feel like you're being a bit foolish. You almost feel like your energy is a bit scattered, a bit reckless, like you're not used to dealing with so much passion. But you are directing this passion, I think, with the Temperance card. Yeah. Let's get you some clarification on this 5 of Wands in your strengths. Tell me more about the strengths for Aquarius, what attitudes they're bringing to the situation. Oh, yes, a 10 of Pentacles. That's the second time that's come up. So I feel like the reason you're feeling so competitive about this is because you want it to have staying power. You want it to have that longevity. That explains it. That makes sense. And that relates to that conflict up here we're seeing in your headspace. Yeah. Because it does feel so passionate to you. You are, I think there's a concern here that there's a bit of a flash in the pan situation. But I feel like the energy you can bring to it can make it a thing of longevity. I do. And part of that might involve being quite competitive. It's not something... I mean, yeah, it's funny when you tap into these types of energies, because I'm not saying they're good or bad, but it's something that's quite unfamiliar to me. I'm not like... Well, I am when it comes to board games and, like, poker and shit like that, trivial shit, but, like, real life shit, like, that competitive, entrepreneurial, ambitious, King of Wands energy, like, it's quite unfamiliar to me. So I hope I'm translating it okay, but I just feel like... Yeah, it's not like a ruthless wanting to thwart the competition, is it? It's just a, I have to be good enough at this to make it into something long lasting. And that doesn't necessarily involve working with other people who are my competitors. Something like that. But you've got a mentor. You've got a great mentor, that King of Pentacles. Anyway, tell me more about this Five of Wands. Is there anything else about this Five of Wands, please, for Aquarius? A Six of Swords. So we are a little bit getting taken back to this energy here of whatever you've walked away from. Oh, some of you have... Oh, some of you have... How do I explain this? Whatever you're doing, this new venture, you've already been doing it, like, say, for a company or something, but you've ditched the company and you're going out on your own and doing it, starting your own company to do it. That's the competitiveness. It's almost like some of you are in competition with whoever you've walked away from. It's definitely got that energy about it. I mean, that's a really specific example to explain the energy, so for you it might be slightly tweaked, slightly different, but this absolutely has the energy of... Yeah, I've been, I don't know, developing software at this company for the past however many years. I feel like they don't value me. It used to feel like my calling, but it just doesn't feel like my working within this particular company just doesn't feel like my calling anymore. But the actual content of what I do, I love. So I'm going to take myself away from that company and I'm going to set up my own venture doing that thing, but under my own steam, or possibly with a business partner, because there is this feeling of somebody else having offered you an opportunity. Because this is an energy of like leaving storminess behind, and that's why there's Five of Wands is here, because it's almost like you're going to be in competition with whoever you've left behind. Something like that. How it exactly pans out in the 3D for each of you, I do not know, and I would be fascinated to know. Anything else about this Five of Wands, please? Anything else about this Five of Wands? Four of Wands. Stepping out of your comfort zone somewhat here. That being your comfort zone. What you walked away from over here was your comfort zone. Stepping out of it somewhat. Yeah. Okay, let's get underneath this King of Pentacles, because I see there's a mentor for you here. Who is this? Tell me more about this King of Pentacles. Oh, a Queen. Interesting. A Queen of Pentacles turned around, but I don't take it if it doesn't fall. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles. Thank you. An Eight of Cups. What? Please, cat. So this is somebody who previously has followed a path similar to the path that you are now following. I.e. somebody who's perhaps walked away and gone on that path on their own, set up their own business on their own. They have experience doing what you are attempting to do, i.e. go it alone. Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups. Either that or they've jumped ship at the same time you've jumped ship, you know? I'm speaking about all this in terms of kind of a careerish thing, but it doesn't have to be that. You know, it could be more of a spiritual journey for all I know. I don't know, but this is it. I have to pin the energies down with real life examples, so I just kind of go what seems most right, but and what's going to fit for most of you, but yeah. Anyway, tell me more about this King of Pentacles, please. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles for Aquarius. Thank you. Oh no, I don't need those extra two, thank you. I'll just take the first two. A Ten of Cups reverse. See? They're offering that opportunity. They're offering that opportunity. Like, this is... Oh my God. Why can't I speak? Why can't I speak? Because I'm excited. You're excited. You're really excited about this. And sometimes you can't quite articulate yourself because of how excited you are. But you will ground that energy. You will ground that energy with the Ace of Pentacles. This figure that I'm seeing as a sort of mentor, someone who's done what you're doing, they could be offering you literal financial investment, like I've said. They could want to work alongside you in a business partnership. Ten of Cups. What is with the cups in this reading? There is something about the cups in this reading that I'm not quite putting my finger on and translating properly, and I can only apologise for that. You know, I have to be honest with you guys when I just know I'm not quite getting something. There's the Ten of Cups in reverse like that. I think you're a little bit worried. I think there's a lot you like about this mentor figure, but you're just not quite sure if you can harmonise with them in a sort of cups way, in a sort of emotional way. Because of course this is quite a business or career orientated reading, but the cups are still important. There has to be the right flow of emotion towards it, and you've got an Ace of Pentacles, right? That is a solid basis, really, for a flow of emotion, but I don't know. Let me just ask. Let me ask how we can get this energy upright, okay? That's what I like to do when I see a reverse energy and I can see that you're not quite tapped into that energy. I like to ask how we can get it upright. I'm going to go to my Everyday Witch deck for this. Let's ask that for you, because I think that would be a useful question to ask for you. We may not get anywhere, but I can try. How can Aquarius turn this Ten of Cups upright? How can they emotionally harmonise with this mentor? The Six of Cups. Oh gosh, okay. I think it's possible that you can, yeah. I think it's there. I think it's doable with the Six of Cups. I think it's doable. Incidentally, you might have known this person for an awfully long time. Anything else? It's about how you it's about how you, there's something about how you communicate your emotions to each other. You see how this person, this figure here, is giving flowers to this younger person here. And I almost see that as the mentor and this as being you. Who is giving the flowers to who? He is giving them to her. There's something here about you being a bit uncomfortable about being on the receiving end of such generosity. That's what's possibly creating a sense of emotional disharmony between you, in my eyes, from what I'm seeing. Yes, that's why this card has come out, to answer the question that I asked, because we see someone older, wiser, giving to someone younger. And for me, with that Ten of Cups being in reverse, I sense that you feel a little bit uncomfortable being on the receiving end of that. Don't quite know why. Anything else? I don't know, we might not get anything else. The Emperor reverse, the Page of Cups again. It's the third time we've seen the Page of Cups. It feels very new to you. Very new to you. In fact, they may be quite expressive toward you with regards to the faith that they've got in you, and you may feel a bit uncomfortable with that. Emperor reversed. Sense of stubbornness and rigidity, and I'm feeling it as your energy, Aquarius, and I'm not being horrible or anything, but stoic. Yes, you're coming across as quite stoic here. I'll show you the card upright. Almost like you want to map it all out yourself. You want to map it all out yourself and not listen to someone who's maybe done a little bit of that mapping previously, almost in a sort of stoic, independent, I don't need anybody else's help type of a way. Something like that's going on here for you. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to get under this Ace of Pentacles for you now. I'm going to stick with the witches, the everyday witches that is. I've got 2 witches. Okay, tell me more about hopes and fears, please, for Aquarius. Tell me more about hopes and fears for Aquarius. Thank you. A reverse 6 of Wands. Failure. Literally, you're afraid of failure is the literal translation. 9 of Cups. A personal sense of happiness. You're afraid that this isn't the thing that is actually going to make you happy. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles, please. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I didn't really want to, but fine. A Hierophant reverse and a 10 of Swords reverse. Okay. Yeah, it's just kind of a worry about it not panning out. Because you've got quite a dreamy energy sometimes attached to how this is going to pan out. I think there's just a bit of a concern of it not meeting your hopes. And maybe it won't meet these hopes because they are a little bit fairy tale, but yeah. So the 10 of Swords came out, it came out in reverse. So there is the idea of abandonment here, though, in this particular 10 of Swords. You see the way this figure, this in red, is running away. I feel like you're worried this mentor figure might run away from you. You see how in this 6 of Wands card she's being so generous? Again, with these flowers, it's almost like not trusting in this generosity and like thinking this generous person is actually just going to do a runner and abandon you, and that's going to be really painful. Either that, or you're worried about if this new thing ends, then, you know, that is going to be very painful as well, because the 10 of Swords is a painful ending. So there's some sort of fears here around a painful ending. Hierophant in reverse. Hierophant does kind of represent that kind of energy of a mentor as well. Again, I'm reading this as the same person as the King of Pentacles. This Hierophant feels like the same person as this King of Pentacles. It came out in reverse. You're worried that they're not who they say they are, to me. Yeah. Yeah. My goodness, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you, can I? I don't know. But, you know, when we've explored the energies, it seems like a lot of it is a distrust in their generosity. Let's ask what's at the root of that distrust for you. That might be useful, because that just might help prompt your thinking to help you kind of unpick if you should or you shouldn't trust this person, yeah? But just listen to yourself when you get the... Well, when we see whatever these energies throw up, just listen to yourself, okay? Because I can't stress enough, I'm not here to dig about in other people's energies and give you definitive answers about them. That would be a foolish thing to attempt to do, but yeah, we can explore things more from your point of view. So what's at the root of Aquarius's distrust of this generosity, please? What's at the root of that for Aquarius? So 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is vulnerability, emotional openness, abundance, friendship, connection. I almost feel like you feel vulnerable when this person's so giving towards you. Like, does it, for you, do you feel like they expect something back from you in return or something? No such thing as a free lunch, I'm hearing. Something like that. What's at the root of Aquarius's uncomfortableness with this generosity from this person? The 10 of Cups. I don't know, man. You're worried that it's too good to be true. Yeah, that's it, I think. Ten of Cups has come out twice now. And a reversed Hermit. Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I'm still seeing this as their energy. Again, this wise person, this mentor, come out in reverse again, which to me is indicating a certain distrust of it again. I don't know if for some of you this person is sort of pretending somehow that they know the way. They know the way. So I can see why you would distrust that, because actually, as in they know the best way for you. Yes, you are the only person who knows the best way for you. So yes, if that person is making promises to that end, then I can see why you'd be worried. But I don't know if that's true for all of you, but for some of you I think it is. And yes, don't brush that under the carpet. I think that is something of importance. So if you did resonate with what I just said there, just listen to yourself and what you're feeling there. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this outcome energy then. Oh, I need to stretch. Oh gosh. Sitting on a camping chair to do these readings is a questionable choice. Maybe I'll buy myself a proper chair when I get to 200 subscribers, which I'm really close to getting at, which is nice, you know. It is nice as a little channel to celebrate these milestones. 4 of Wands style, actually, as it happens. Okay, outcome for Aquarius. Tell me more about the outcome for Aquarius. Ooh, the Lovers! It came out in reverse again. What the what? Tell me more. Tell me more. More decisions. More decisions. Ace of Pentacles. Again. And Temperance. Oh, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Whatever happens. I don't know if this is going to pan out exactly the way you want it. Probably not. Most things don't. You always have stumbles along the way, diversions off the path, or even a complete recourse. I don't know, but you are going to be awesome. You are going to be fine. I don't know. For some of you, this Ace of Pentacles has turned reversed. Maybe you're going to decide... Maybe you're going to walk a little bit down that path. You see, the Hermit does walk slowly down the path. The Hermit's very wise. This could be your energy for some of you. It's a good energy to embrace, actually, I think. He finds a way to walk down the path. I'm not saying he's non-committal or anything, but he walks down the path in a slow enough way that if he decides this Ace of Pentacles upright is an Ace of Pentacles reversed, you know, not quite the right opportunity, he can change course. I do see a potential bit of a changing of course somehow in this outcome energy. But, you know, free will's a thing. Remember what I say about this outcome energy. I'm not into super predicty tarot. I'm not. Especially in a collective reading. More decisions are going to present themselves, I see, in this outcome with the reverse Lovers again. But, you know, this was your kind of overarching energy for this position, which tells me whatever comes up, you're going to deal with it. And, you know, you've got this Temperance as well, carrying through from your near future to your outcome. You've got a lot of divine guidance shit happening here. The Lovers and Temperance. I just think, like, it's all just going to pan out as it should. And it might not be quite what you're expecting. But I think it's going to be beautiful and you're going to learn a lot. And it's going to be eye-opening. And healing. I think there's a lot of healing available to you in this outcome energy. Let me ask why this Ace of Pentacles is in reverse for you. Why is this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, please? The Moon. In reverse. Why is this Ace of Pentacles in reverse? That's fear. That's fear. See, remember, this isn't set in stone. Ace of Pentacles. I think what we're seeing here is this Ace of Pentacles energy. What could stop you going with it is fear. Yeah. Potentially your own fears could get in the way of you turning this Ace of Pentacles into a Ten of Pentacles. And I'm not saying this in a predictive, this is what's going to happen way. Just a how do we keep that Ace of Pentacles upright way. I think you're just being asked to be aware of your own fears and what's at the root of them, what's driving them. Yeah. And to find a balance as well. To find a balance, because this is all about balance. And it's taking me back to this Knight of Swords energy as well. To find a balance between kind of forging on and listening to those fears. Yeah. And your outcome there. Sorry, I'm feeling like the outcome is a bit vague. And I'm really sorry about that. I can only do the best I can do, and I have to admit when I don't feel I'm fully there. No, you'll have to let me know in the comments. But you know, the outcome is probably one of the hardest positions to translate anyway, especially when you're not into making hard and fast predictions, because I just don't feel it's overly responsible. But it's more about what concepts can we look at in the future, and we've talked about that enough, I think. Yeah. Woo! Well, that was a trip. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it was thought-provoking. Yeah, I hope it helps you along your path. All right. Let me know in the comments. Do subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me pick up on your energy for next time. If you got something out of the video, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithms, helps the video get out in front of other people who may find it useful. And I'll see you in 2 weeks for another in-depth reading. In the meantime, please look out for all signs readings, which is just a 5-10 minute little look at each sign. And thanks for being here. Yeah, and I'll catch you later. From Betty and me, that's goodbye.